Listen, I've tried recording this once before and I'm kind of losing my mind because the reason why I got rid of the previous recording is because I thought my neighbors could hear me and I was speaking really loud and I had to close my windows and I just didn't like how it turned out and I thought it was really bad. And when I got back in the game, there was a whole bunch of chaos, and so I'm starting over and I'm a little exhausted and I'm a little bit tired. So if I sound especially ornery or swear a lot, you know why. Okay, alright, let's get into this dumb video. If you couldn't tell by the title and by the little month in the brackets, this is a current household, and usually people, what they do is like every month they give an update on the household you play off camera, so that's what I'm doing. This is a household I play on in my spare time with what I have for spare time. I have a lot of spare time right now because it's summer, but when it's not summer, I'm probably gonna have less spare time, so these current households might be a little less numerous. I don't know, but for now, they're gonna be monthly, and I am playing a challenge called the Solar Legacy Challenge. Now, it might sound interesting, but don't get your hopes up because I made it, and knowing me, it's probably not that amazing. Like, I'm looking at the rules right now, the ones that I wrote and the ones that I put down to make sure I actually follow them and don't, like, make things up and say they're the rules. So, I have rules written down, and there's a whole lot of typos, and that's embarrassing, so I have to go and fix those, and I'm not exactly satisfied with the requirements either, so I might do a lot of fixing like that. I'll leave the rules linked down below and you guys can help me like point out typos and fix it because it's a little bit of a mess and I want to fix things, but if you want to play it, you don't have to. Like, I actually do not care if you play it or not. Just realize this is a beta version and it's not complete, and I'm not upset if you don't play it because honestly, I am not a very popular simmer. I don't really care. I made this because I wanted to push myself and I wanted to try a legacy challenge that I haven't really done before. Like, I was thinking of doing the I Am a Lover challenge, but it's not exactly my style. Like, it's not like my type of gameplay. Like, I wanted something that involved aliens and vampires and, crazy requirements and stuff. And I didn't really find a lot of that because apparently the simming community, at least the people I have found, don't like the supernatural for some dumb reason, which is kinda stupid because they're pretty awesome and they're pretty cool. So, I made my own challenge and I'm gonna try and do my best. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try and do it. And hey, you know what? This is my play test, and that's why it's only a beta version because as I'm playing, I'm gonna make changes. Okay, I could have said that in the beginning, but I didn't, and I went off on a tangent. Ah, yes, good old content. But hey, I have the rules up right now, and I could probably read them to you. I'll read you the basic rules. You must start in the summer season. You must complete all the requirements for each generation. That's pretty standard because in like the regular legacy challenges, like the Disney legacy challenge, you know how Snow White's supposed to have like 7 kids, and you're supposed to like turn an ugly sim into a beautiful sim or something, Princess and Frog or whatever. Yeah, it's like that, except based around space. If you couldn't tell by the title of the Legacy Challenge, it's based on space. It is based on our 8 planets in the solar system, plus Pluto and the Sun. Obviously, the Sun is the first generation and Pluto is the last generation with the planets in between. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't mention that. Okay. I thought it was obvious from the title, so I just thought people were like, oh, okay, we understand, Olivia. We understand that this is obvious and that this is based on the solar system. No, it isn't. Okay, I'm fine. I need to finish reading the rules. Okay, you can use the Motherlode cheat once to build your house and apartment. This also includes the money you get when you start. So if you have like a single sim or a single sim plus a pet, then you can use the money you get plus the 50,000, which I think is around 70 something thousand. So that is your money limit, and you can't go beyond that. Even if you really, really want that cute little potted plant, but you're like $2 short, nah, you cannot have it. Okay? Okay, next rule. You have to keep your lifespan on normal. And then there's like a little sub rule about how you can turn off aging if you need to complete the generation. You guys can read that yourselves, but I don't want to read it because it's a humongous paragraph in like size 8 Arial font. I don't know what the font I used in this. I don't want to check. And yeah, that's essentially it. And the generations. Okay. So the generations in this are the Sun, Generation 1, Generation 2 is Mercury, Generation 3 is Venus, 4 is Earth, 5 Mars, 6 Jupiter, 7 Saturn, 8 Uranus, 9 Neptune, and 10 is Pluto. And obviously, I'm still on the first generation, if you couldn't tell by the name and by, the way the Sims are right now. And I made it like a few weeks ago, and I'm only starting to do it right now because I was a little too afraid of playing my own challenge. I feel like making a Let's Play of your own challenge is very condescending, and the only reason I'm playing it is because I just want to play test it and see how it rolls, if that makes sense. I know I've already said that, but don't ask for a Let's Play because I feel really gross and self-centered for doing that. So I feel gross and self-centered for making this video, but you know what? I wanted to share it and I needed video ideas, so hey, you know what? This was easy. The first generation is the sun. And I kind of based this off of like the god Apollo, god of the sun, and I also based it off of the tarot card, the sun, which I think is based on Apollo. I don't know. Don't get mad at me, tarot people. But hey, I based it off of that stuff. So you're gonna see a lot of things about like, oh, bright happiness, positivity, yay, things like that. So the description for Generation 1, you're a bright and optimistic person with a lot of potential in life. While you do wish to have a successful career, you also want people to know you are a good person and want to make the world a better place. There's like a little description for each generation and stuff just to like describe your Sim's personality. I mean, obviously there's room for like story building if you're into that. I'm into that, but I'm not going to focus on the story. I'm just reading the rules. There's 5 rules for each generation and stuff. I didn't want one generation to look harder than another generation. I wanted to look pretty even, if that makes sense. So that's why there's only 5 rules. The first rule is tends to relate to traits. So the first rule is have the good, materialistic, and outgoing traits. Buy the heat acclamation trait, which is a reward trait that you get with seasons. And I haven't bought it yet, but I am gonna buy it so she's resistant to the sun, because obviously she is literally the sun. Complete the friend of the world aspiration, which we haven't completed it yet. We're not even close to finishing it. We have to master the charisma, athletic skill, and at least get to level 5 in comedy. Master the political career, because you know how the sun is like revolving around like charisma and being outgoing and stuff, and like having a lot of friends. I thought that made sense to be in a political career. And have children only in the summertime, which is why the game starts in the summer. I mean, if you want, listen, I have in the rules right here, you can cheat and change the season length for this. If you want to change the season length to make summer longer, go ahead. Make it 28 days long so you have enough time to do the story building and have kids. I don't care. Just do whatever modifications you need to do so you don't have to wait a whole season cycle to have children. Do whatever you need to do. It's fine by me. If you have a 28-day long summer and like a 7-day long winter, that's totally fine. As long as you're having kids in summer, then it's totally fine. I might change it because I'm not sure how people are going to like it. But hey, I don't know. But you are allowed to make modifications in order to do that. Okay? Cool. I was about to read Generation 2, Mercury, but I realized, whoa, Mercury isn't even here yet. Mercury is a toddler, if you couldn't see. He's right there, chilling. He's still a child, so I can't read it yet. But hey, you guys can read it yourselves. Mercury is obviously based off, like, Hermes and, the planet Mercury, yada, 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 Zodiac, okay. Alright, wow, alright, Olivia, that was a little excessive. Let's look at my Sims. So I have my Sim here, Summer Orlas, and she's a cutie. I think she's pretty cute. Is my timer going? My timer is going. That's good. She's in her hot weather wear right now. I don't want to show you all the outfits because it's a hassle, but she looks like this, and honestly, she's adorable. I love her a lot, and she has adorable kids too. These 2 are adopted, and before you yell at me like, Olivia, that's not a real legacy, and you can't have adopted kids in a legacy. First of all, if you look at the original Legacy rules, you can have adopted kids. And for one, Mr. Buddy Old Pal saying that adoptive kids can't be in the Legacy because, they're not passing on the genetics is actually kind of fucked up. Think about it for 1 second. It's like you wouldn't go up to an adopted kid in real life and say, hey, those aren't your real parents. Those aren't your real parents. You're adopted. You're not actually genetically related to them. You're not their heir, yada, yada, yada. You wouldn't go and say that to someone in real life. And just because it's a Sims doesn't mean it's morally correct. I know I'm getting a little too upset about this, but just listen. I don't think it's exactly right to say that because it's like, come on. I mean, they're as much as your child as it is a biological child. Like, does that make sense? Okay, all right. I'm getting a little too defensive, but that's what I'm saying. Just keep that to yourself. I don't want to hear it. It's stupid. And if you want, go look up the original legacy rules. There is a rule that allows adopted children to be heirs, okay? So if you want to get nitty gritty, go look it up. I'm not wrong. Argue all you want. Anyway, my two kids are named Genesis Orlos and Evan. I know Orlos is a weird name, but it's a scrambling of the word solar. So I was like, hey, that's easy. So I did that. It might be solar backwards. No, it isn't. The O and the A are switched. Okay. Their traits are neat and whiz kid. Yeah, this is my child. She's sleeping, which is why she's in her sleeper. I don't want to show you her outfits because it's gonna take way too long, and I want to give you a house tour and all that stuff. And this is my heir, Evan Orlos. If you guys are wondering why I have a male heir, why I'm sticking with like a male-female pattern, it's because if I made him female, I wouldn't have the opportunity to have a male heir until generation 4, because generation 3 it is required that you have a female heir, because Venus is like generation 3 is Venus is like femininity and stuff. So if I wanted to have a male female pattern, I have to have a male heir in the second generation, if that makes sense. Okay, all right. I think that's pretty clear of what I am intending. So that's why my first generation is female, and that's why my second generation is male, because I want to keep it in the male-female pattern. He is so adorable. Like, I was afraid he's gonna look really, really weird because, sometimes randomized Sims in the game look kind of weird, but he's so cute. You guys want to see him as a teenager? This is what he looks like as a teenager. He is adorable. Look at him. Look at how pretty he is. He's gonna have beautiful children. I'm so excited for him to grow up. Look, he's so cute. I can't get over it. I mean, Jen, I love you, but I like your brother a little bit more because listen, you're cute now, but when you grow up, you kind of look like a gremlin. So unless you get on your brother's level, you can't be there. I'm sorry. He's the cutest. Oh man, you remember how I said that I was talking about you should be morally correct when you make Sims, and I'm talking about, oh, only the pretty ones get to be the heir. I'm a terrible person, actually. Okay, so we're back in the game, and it's like 9:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. Firework Festival, which is my summer holiday, ended. We have evidence of fireworks back here, don't we? Oh, we don't. Well, it's okay. It was a successful holiday for everyone, so that's good. I made my own little starter house for Oasis Springs. I'm pretty sure this is like Oasis Springs style. I was looking at all the other starter homes around, and I was like, hey, I think I can do that. So that's what I did. I made my own little starter home. It is half blue and half brown because I thought that those colors fit. There's a little bit of landscaping right here. We have a backyard, which is not there with the original house because the original house is just like this part and then there's no backyard. I built this myself. I think it looks really nice and I think it fits in the last of the space. This pool costed an arm and a leg. The only reason I got money back is because I used the Jungle Adventure colors. And then let me show you really quickly. In Jungle Adventure, you get two pool colors, and these guys right here, and they're cheaper than the normal pool colors. See, 48 versus 4. You get so much money back when you put this in here because the original pool has this color, but when you put this in here, you get a whole bunch of money back. So if you want some money hacks and you want a pool, just use this color because it looks like pool color. It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Back into the game. So yeah, this is my house. I don't know if I like the roofing very much. I need to fix the roofing, but I can do that later off camera. Over here, are the walls uneven? No, they're not. The roof is just stupid. Okay, anyway, in here is the house. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Pretty sustainable for a 2 parents and 2 kids is what I'm trying to say. Unless you can fit like 3 kids in that room. I don't know. But hey, 4 Sims fits in this house pretty well. You have the bedrooms right here. This is the kids' room, obviously. I love the little matching walls and the matching beds. I think that's really adorable. We have this room over here, which is all summery and colorful because, Generation 1 is the sun. Over here, we have the bathroom, which is also very deserty theme. We have the kitchen. I might do an upgrade after we get enough money or something. And the kitchen. Oh no, not the kitchen, the living room. Yay! And I used some of the stuff that I got from the Caribbean update too. I think I might put her hair in the little head wrap because I think it's so adorable. And she works outside a lot because she's busy like handing out flyers and protesting mischief and stuff like that, which is kind of ironic since her son is going to be a mischievous little scamp for the second generation. But hey, I feel like it would be convenient to get your hair out of your face when you protest that stuff. And look at her. She's just sitting there being all adorable and stuff. Huh. I would end this episode right now, but I have 4 minutes left and I have no idea what else to do. But you know what? Hey, I think actually it would be okay if I ended the episode because you know what? It's okay if episodes are only like 4 minutes long, not 4 minutes long, 12 minutes long, because you know what? It took me forever to record this. So yikes. So as you know on this channel, we don't do proper intros or outros, so I'm gonna leave it a time that is unspecified and unknown, which is probably right about now.